Hey guys, welcome back to another BookLovers Pizza video. Today, the video is going to be about the best books of 2023. It's going to go from me to Isabella and then to Olivia. The first book on my list, The Undercover Economist. Originally published by Tim Harford in 2005 with many new additions such as this one, The Undercover Economist is especially interesting as it integrates fundamental economic concepts into applicable real-life case studies. Through this book, you're going to be able to think and analyze through the lens of an economist. You're going to be able to understand the inner workings of events such as who pays for your coffee, the GFC of 2007, and the rise of the Chinese economy. It is a highly insightful book that is light on jargon, written by a very highly decorated author. I would recommend this book for people who are considering what they want to do with their careers, as economics-wise it gives you a good introduction to economics without going too much into the jargon, too much into the concepts. I would also recommend this book to people who enjoy logical arguments and chains of reasoning to pick apart complex situations into logical and informative theory. Arguably one of the most influential novels of the 20th century, it's been commented upon by Barack Obama himself. Fahrenheit 451, written in 1953 by Ray Bradbury, is a fictional book that explores a future dystopia in which books are banned, and the government has full control over a complacent society through censorship. The citizens are in a desperate need of instant gratification and thus have no sentience, they have no independent thinking, and spend their entire days either looking at a TV or listening to their seashell earbuds. The novel follows protagonist Guy Montag, who works as a fireman and burns down books. We follow his journey from being a cog in the wider authoritarian system to his search of autonomy and independence in a world that has become so unfamiliar to him. A best-selling book, Dead Aid is a controversial work written by Dambisa Moyo confronting one of the greatest myths of our time, that the billions of dollars sent to Africa every year is improving their economy, promoting economic growth and reducing their poverty. Through her work, she suggests that the 1 trillion USD that's been sent to Africa over the past 60 years, the dependence caused by this aid is actually detrimental to their economy, as there's a lack of incentive to build their own domestic economy due to this influx and consistent use of foreign aid, and the aid being used by a corrupt government doesn't help either. She even goes as far to suggest that the money sent by the developed countries is a way to mitigate their guilt and improve their reputations. Through her work, Moyo calls for action for Africa and puts forward policies to address this poverty that's affecting millions of people. If you're interested in global politics and economics and aid and about how there's a better way for Africa, then I would definitely recommend this book for you. Written by the winner of the 2017 Nobel Prize in Literature, Kazuo Ishiguro, in 2005, Never Let Me Go explores a dystopian alternative history set in England in the 1990s. It follows the protagonists, Kathy and Tommy, who are educated in an institution called Hailsham, where the teachers are called guardians, somewhat ironically. One of the things that I enjoyed the most about this novel is how Ishiguro places the reader into the same position as the characters. As they begin to learn more about the sinister world around them, so do we. We start from complete ignorance, as illustrated by Ishiguro in the first chapter, where he uses a lot of titles that we are unfamiliar with, such as donor, carer, Hailsham, completing, etc., and we gradually begin to learn more about this very interesting and unique science fiction world. As the characters begin to develop and learn more about their world, they realize that the previously idyllic Hailsham is not what they expected and not what they thought it was. Instead, it was an institution that incubated them from the rest of the wider world, who are heavily against the people who are inside for a particular reason that I'm not going to spoil. However, this is a self-exacerbating problem, as the lessons and the skills taught in Hailsham as an institution actually fits into what the wider society believes of these students. And as they leave Hailsham, they realise that there's a specified role in society for them, and there's no way for them to leave this role and to make a life of their own. Or is there? I'm not going to spoil too much about the plot of this book, because doing so would be a disservice to the readers. Part of Ishiguro's craft as a writer is how he's able to gradually introduce this plot twist, and if you're introduced to it already, that kind of ruins the point of it. I will just say though, it's mind-baffling. Overall, Never Let Me Go is an extremely interesting and thought-provoking novel about why individuals may choose not to stand up to their oppressive authorities, and about what makes us human, and how fine those lines can sometimes be. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea is a science fiction novel written by Jules Verne in 1870. It follows the protagonist, Professor Pierre Aronnax, his assistant Conseil, and harpooner Ned Land as they go around the sea searching for what they think is a monster that's been ravaging ships. However, after an unexpected meeting with this monster, they find out that it's not really a monster at all. It's a futuristic submarine that's led by none other than the infamous Captain Nemo. Now on board as guests, Professor Aronnax and his friends are made privy to inventions several hundred years ahead of their time, and they embark on a journey of a lifetime. Quite literally, as 20,000 leagues is 100,000 kilometers underneath the sea. They travel through things such as underwater forests, coral graveyards, miles-deep trenches, and the sunken ruins of Atlantis. Atomic Habits is an interesting self-improvement book written by James Clear, which talks about all things relating to your habits, whether that's conscious and deliberate, such as exercising, reading, or meditating, or subconscious, such as biting your nails. There are 3 key takeaways in this book. The first one is that small habits make a big difference. Clear talks about the idea that if you get 1% better every day, compounding, by the end of the year, you'll be 37 times better than you started off. Comparatively, if you get 1% worse every day, you'll amount and be reduced to 0. Lesson 2. Forget about setting goals, focus on your system instead. Through the book, Clear suggests several guidelines around the idea that you don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. The systems are the things that are consistent that you do every day to try to achieve those goals. The goals, sometimes you don't achieve, but the systems are always there. Lesson 3. Build identity-based habits. This is surrounding the idea that your current behaviors are a reflection of your current identity. And to build new habits, you need to build a new identity. I'd recommend this book to anyone who is curious about the habits and behaviors that surround your everyday life, and about how you can get 1% better every day. Some honourable mentions: Frankenstein, Animal Farm, 1,000 Splendid Suns, Dead Poets Society, Othello, Streetcar Named Desire, Macbeth, and The Kite Runner. Now for my top 3 poems of the year. Number 1. The Cry of the Children by Elizabeth Barrett Browning. Written in 1843, The Cry of the Children is a poem that explores the consequences of the Industrial Revolution on the children, who are often set to work over 10 hours a day and have terrible living conditions. It explores themes such as the restriction of their freedom, their inability to go outside and enjoy nature, the long working and harsh working conditions of the children reflected in the repetitive da-dum nature which reflects the machinery used in the Industrial Revolution, and the ponderance of God and if God exists to allow such things to happen. The second poem on my list is The Afterlife by Billy Collins, written in 1990. The poem explores the question of where do we go when we die, and integrates many religions and non-religions such as atheism, Christianity, Greek mythology, Roman mythology. The poet seems to come to a conclusion through this poem that you go where you believe you will go when you die. The people who believe in Christianity will go wherever their beliefs in Christianity lead them. The people who believe in atheism go where atheists go, and etc. The last poem on my list is The Tyger by William Blake. Written in 1794, The Tyger explores man's relationship with nature as well as God's relationship with man, through the intriguing and almost supernatural creature of a tiger, which wasn't commonly seen at the time the poem was written. It introduces this idea of God through many religions, such as Christianity, through references to Jesus and God through the Lamb, and introduces Greek mythology through Icarus, Hephaestus, and Prometheus.
To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han is a heartwarming story about Lara Jean Covey, a high school student whose secret love letters got sent out to her past crushes. Its charming characters, as well as how relatable this book is one of the many things that make this book really special. The Summer I Turned Pretty, also by Jenny Han, is a beautiful coming-of-age novel located at the Fishers Beach House. The main character, Belly, visits the beach house every summer, but this time, Belly visits the beach house when she turns 16, and has a massive glow-up. This means that the two brothers finally notice her for as a woman. This book is a beautiful love triangle. Marissa Meyer's book Cinder is a beautiful retelling of Cinderella but in a futuristic world. The story is about a girl called Lynn Cinder who lives in New Beijing. She is a talented mechanic as well as a cyborg. The story blends lunar magic, advanced technology, and political matters into one book. The plot is suspenseful, revolving around her mysterious past and her ties with the Lunar Queen. This is a must-read for fans of fantasy and science fiction. The Cruel Prince by Holly Black is a captivating fantasy novel which follows a mortal girl named Jude. In the treacherous realm of Eltham. In the middle of fairy politics, power struggles, Jude must navigate a dark and magical world. Holly Black's enchanting writing and her well-developed characters are some of the reasons that this book is really special. With the unpredictable twists and world building, this novel blends adventure, slight romance, and political matter, making this book a must-read. One of Us is Lying by Karen M. McManus is an intriguing YA thriller that starts off with 5 people in detention, which leads to the death of Simon. The novel reveals secrets and motives through perspective, which keeps the readers engaged with suspense and unexpected twists, and a satisfying conclusion. This book is a must-read for teens or any age, really. I Kiss Shara Wheeler by Casey McQuiston is a hilarious coming-of-age novel emphasizing self-discovery and pursuing dreams. Chloe Green, determined to be valedictorian, faces an unexpected twist when Shara, her rival, kisses her and then disappears. In a quest for answers, Chloe teams up with Shara's boyfriend, Smith, as well as Shara Wheeler's rebellious neighbour, Rory, who also goes to school with them. Together, they follow clues, solve puzzles, and discover surprising secrets about each other that were written on notes that Shara left before she disappeared. The story unfolds as an unexpected alliance and turns into a charming exploration of self-discovery, friendship, and pursuit of dreams. And my honourable mentions go to Love and Gelato, The First to Die at the End, Whisper, Anna and the French Kiss, The Selection, and Gilded.
Welcome back. Today I'm going to talk about the 26th Storey Treehouse.
So, Olivia, what did you like about the book?
I liked about the book because it's really funny.
Did you like the drawings?
Yeah.
Who did the drawings?
Terry Denton.
Oh. Olivia, what is the story about?
The story is about so they go on very big adventures. Each book they go on. So every time they write a book, every time they write a book, it's all different, and they always get it done in the end. Also, when they done the books, they give it to Mr. Big Nose. Wait, let me just find the page.
So, Olivia, what did you not like about the book?
Well, I didn't like about the books because Terry sometimes does some tricks on Andy.
Oh.
And also, on one book, Terry even forgot Andy's birthday.
So this is the second book, the 78 Storey Treehouse.
Yeah.
What is this book about?
So the annoying part is in this book, you see, it looks like in this one they're doing a movie and they're a spy house, and then guess what? It's really funny. And so spy house, Andy, Terry, and Jill and the and the animals were doing the book, and then at the end the cows copied them and just switched the characters and said moo moo moo.
Oh.
And you see, this is Mr. Big Shots, and then this he thinks Terry's a star, but this is Andy, and Andy's very mad that Terry is the star and he isn't. And also Andy can't get any help, and Jill is, and Mr. Big Shot think Andy did not belong in the treehouse.
So, Olivia, what book are you holding right now?
I'm holding the 130 Storey Treehouse. Is that right?
Yeah. And what is this book about?
And no, I think it's about 2 things normally.
Oh.
So the book is about Andy, Jill, and Terry went to Ibola, and that it's a made-up planet, I think, and then and at the Ibola, so it was like, so they were in the normal world, then they saw a huge eyeball, and then the treehouse was covered up with a glass. This is Ibola, and then when they made it to Ibola, there was a death battle. Yeah, the death battle. That's Edward's. And then when the death battle was done, the treehouse was flying, and then there's like the slime. Yeah, the slime blob. Yeah, here it is. So he is gonna die. He is gonna die. Do you know why?
Why?
Because, so, do you know the treehouse was flying, but it went so high that it almost reached the sun. But they felt so much shade, but they don't know why. So he's reflecting the sun, so they're not hot. But that's a big problem, because he's really close to the sun, and then the treehouse got down from the sun. So the blob or the slime thing, he was too hot, and then he was about to die, and then he passed out. Oh yeah, this is what happened to him. Yeah, the sun's so close, and the blob protected everyone. Blob rip. Let me see. There was a frog. Big frog. He's not ticklish. If he opens his mouth, his blobs, all the blobs come out.
So after you read these books, do you think your friends should read them?
Yeah, but they don't.
Why do you think they should read them?
Well, 'cause I read them and I'm only 6 years old.
Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. We've had a great 2023 and we hope to see you in 2024. Peace out.
Bye.
Peace out.